Good morning all. Welcome to my YouTube channel Leaf Classes. I am Anjali. Many students asked me to make a video on output based questions. So today I am here with the output based questions on different topics of ICSE 9th and 10th computer applications subject. Today I will be explaining many output based questions. The PDF link also contains those questions. Please check and download. After downloading the PDF, try to solve it yourself. After attempting all, then only you go to the answers page and then you check how many you have attempted correctly, or you still need to work hard on those topics. I hope this video will help you for preparation of output based questions of section A. So please share this video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do so. So let's start. So the first question which we are going to do is very simple. Only print statements are there. Please pay little attention how to solve it. The question says give output system.out.println within double quotes number colon plus 6 plus 2. Now you have to write the output. Two print statements are there with println. So after this output, the next output will be on the next line. So the output will be number. For the first line it is number and colon. Exactly how it is written here will appear in the output. N is capital, so N will be capital here. Now after this plus and number 6 plus and 2. Now it is plus is the separator which is used in print statement, and here 6 and 2 will be written like this only. This will not be added because in the beginning we have started with string. So the next also it will treat as string in the next also. So the output of first line will be number colon which is in double quotes, then 6 and then 2. Then since it is println, the cursor will be shifted to next line. What is written in double quotes? Number. So number will appear as it is plus. Now here also 6 plus 2 is there, but 6 plus 2 is enclosed within brackets. So here this 6 plus 2 will be calculated first. So any calculation is there that has to be enclosed within double quotes if you are giving that after string. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So output of this will be 8. So two print statements with println. So the output of this question will be this number 6 to number 8. The next question says if x equals to minus 19.99, calculate math.abs of x. ABS function is used to give the absolute value of the given number. Absolute means without any sign. It will not take any sign, rather it will remove the sign of the given number. So in answer you will write math.abs of x is equals to 19.99. So this is what the answer will be. Sign will be removed and only the magnitude of the number will be there. The second is x equals to 16.0. You have to calculate math.sqrt of x. Math.sqrt of x equals to, here you can write like this also, math.sqrt of 16.0. This equals to 4.0. We know that the answer of sqrt function is always in double type. To check more about mathematical functions, please refer to the video. The link is given in the description box too. The next question is if string x equals to internet, string y equals to technology, what do the following functions return? With print statement, different string functions are given. Let's take the first one. System.out.print x.substring 1, 5. Now whenever the string questions are there, please do write their index number with the pencil. Here you can write zeros. It starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Similarly here also we may require the index number 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to how many characters are there. The first one is x.substring. From x string, substring function is used to extract a part of the given string from this index number to this index number excluding the given index number. That means from 1 to 5 excluding 5. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 characters will be extracted. So the output of this statement will be from 1 to 4. It is mentioned here 1, 5. So 5 will not be included. So from 1. So the output you can write simple, put the number and then NTER. This will be the output for the first line. Now see the second statement, system.out.print x.index of x.caret of 4. First always inner bracket is solved. So x.caret of 4. From x the character at 4th index number is R. Right? Now that means now we have to solve the second question. I will write answer here only. Here I will explain you. So it will be x dot index of R. X dot caret 4 will give you R and x dot index of. Index of function returns the index number of the given character. The first index number, the first occurrence of the given character. So R in this string is occurring at 4th index number. So the output of this will be 4. So the output here you will write 4. Then we move on to the third one. Third says system.out.print y plus this. So y is technology. So we write as it is. If any letter is in capital, we do write that in capital. If it is small, in small you will write technology plus x dot substring of 5. If only starting index number, only one index number is given, then starting from this till end of the string, all the characters are extracted. Okay. So from 5th till end. 5th is N. So it will be NET. Here plus sign is used to join both the strings. Concatenation. So technology net. 5, 6, 7. Starting from 5 till last. Then next we have system.out.print x dot equals y. Equals function compares two strings for equality. If they are exactly same, answer will be true, otherwise answer will be false. So x is internet and y is technology. Obviously both are not equal. So here it will return false. Now false is the data type. So F will be in small. All the letters of false will be always small. So I hope this question is clear, and like this you can prepare more question on these functions as well. The next question is, if AR equals to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, what is AR dot length? AR is the array, length is the function which is used to find the number of elements of the given array. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements are present. So the answer of 1 will be 5. You don't have to write in the sentence form what is asked, just write to the point answer. The second is, what is AR2? This 2 is the subscript in array also. The subscript starts from 0, so you can always give the subscript number on top of the elements. Then AR2 is 9. This is 0, 1, 2. So you don't have to calculate from here 1, 2, 3. You will not do like that. Start from 0. The first subscript is always 0 in array. So 0, 1, 2. So answer of AR2 is 9. Okay. The next question is, the following is a segment of the program: x equals to 10, y equals to 10. If n greater than 0, x equals to x plus 1, y equals to y minus 1. What will be the value of x and y if n assumes a value 10 and 0? So here we have to execute this part of the program two times, when n is 10 and when n is 0. So we begin like this. In the solution you will write when n equals to 10. So come here, it is 10 greater than 0. Yes, condition is true. So it will come into this block, x equals to x plus 1. X originally is 10, so 10 plus 1 will be 11. Y equals to y minus 1, y will be 10 minus 1, that is 9. So first time you will write like this, and second time you will write when n is equals to 0. N is 0 is greater than 0? No, condition is false, so it will not come into the block. Now here only children make mistake. So since it is not executing this part, they don't write the output. The question says what will be the value of x and y when n assumes 0 here. So the value of x will be 10 only, the original value which is there, and y is also 10. So there is no change in the value of x and y when n is 0. So you have to write the answer like this. Presentation also matters. The next question is, given that int a equals to 345, 246, what will be the value of a10 and a02? This a is integer array of double dimension, right? Now whenever the elements are stored here, it is stored row wise. So first is 0 row, all elements are of 0 row, second elements are of row number 1. The rows also starts from 0, columns also starts from 0. Now in double dimension array, for each element you have a row number and the column number. First row we have written here, the second is column 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, then it is 0, 1, 2. So always it is better to write the subscript in the beginning. With pencil you can write in your answer script. So the question will be, what will be the value of a10? A10 is equals to 2. If we write the subscript in the beginning, first you write 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 like this, all row wise, then you put column numbers for each row. Columns also start from 0, row also. So a10 is 2 and a02 is 5. So this is how it becomes so simple to write the solution. The next question is, give the output of the following code fragment when OP equals to 1, OP equals to 8 and OP equals to 2. This OP is the control variable, right? So for these three values we have to give the output. So first time when OP is 1, we know that switch case is a multi-branching statement. Depending upon the value which we give, that case of the switch will be executed. Now OP equals to 1, it will come to case 1 and print 1. So when OP equals to 1, the output will be ONE. Again here please take care of the capital and the small letters, lower and upper case. Then when OP is equals to 8, there is no 8 in any of the given case, so it will go to default, and in default it is written invalid. So the output will be invalid in upper case as it is written here. The third value is OP equals to 2. So here it will come here, it will print 2 will be the output, and since there is no break over here, it will fall into the second case and print the next value also, which is given with print 3, and then break is there, then only it will come out of the switch. So here this fall through condition is also here, and one default statement is also executed. So depending upon the control value, you will execute that case. Okay. The next question, what is the result stored in X after evaluating the following expression? X is given 2 and the expression is given X equals to X plus plus. So let's solve. It is post increment. Post increment will change the value after using the value. So the value will be 2 multiplied by 3 plus 3 multiplied by, now when it will go here, it will go as 3. Post, after using 2, it will become 3, and then here it is pre-decrement. So first it will be changed. First the value will be decremented, 3 will be decremented by 1 and it will become 2, and then it will be used. So this is equals to 6 plus 6, this is equals to 12. So X is equals to 12. This is how you will solve the given expression. The next question, what will be the output of the following code? M equals to 3, N equals to 10. Then for loop is given, I equals to 1, I less than 4, I plus plus, M plus plus minus minus M. So after for, two statements are there. So whenever we get this type of program, all of you know that after for, after if only one statement is to be executed, then braces are optional. But my advice is to just put the braces here so that it will be clear to you that only one statement is there inside this loop. Okay. Then we have system.out.println M and N. Now let's evaluate the loop first. When I is 1, 2, 3, 3 times loop will be executed. So when I is 1, M plus plus, M will become 4, I is 2, M will become 5, I is 3, M will become 6. So after execution of this loop thrice, the value of M will become 6, and then minus minus N. Minus minus N, the value of N will be decremented by 1, that is N will become 9 here. So the output, the solution, you will write like this. M equals to, whatever is written within double quotes will appear as it is. M equals to plus M, the value of M, that is 6, and the value of N is 9. So like this you will write the answer. I suggest you to make the braces, otherwise what confusion will be there. You will keep on doing these two statements every time for every iteration of the loop. The next question is, give the output char x equals to capital Z, int a equals to x equals to z. Comparison is there. Here ternary operator is used. So in ternary operator, first is the condition. If this condition is found to be true, this value is assigned to the variable, and if it is false, the value written after colon is assigned to variable a. Now here x is capital Z and we are comparing with lowercase z, so z equals to z, this is false. So small z, lowercase z will be assigned to A, but A is of int type, so A equals to z. This means the ASCII value of small z will be given to A. For this we should know the ASCII value of capital A to Z and small a to z. Capital A to Z is 65 to 90 and it is 97 to 122. Please learn these ASCII values. One question will be related to this only. So the ASCII value of lowercase z is 122. So the value of A will be 122 and with print statement the output will be displayed A equals to. Within double quotes, as it is, it will be written plus A. The value of A is 122. Just you will write this much. You have to give the output of these functions. First is math.min. Min function returns the minimum of the given two numeric values. So minus 29, minus 35. Which one is smaller? Minus 35. So the output of this will be minus 35. Then second is math.ceil of 8.8. Ceil functions returns the nearest highest integer in double form. So if we take 8.8, near to this two integers 8.0 and 9.0. So ceil function returns 9.0 nearest highest integer. So you have to write the answers like this, no need of writing the statements or in sentence form. Okay. The next output based question is using string functions. So any string given, you can always put the index number starting from 0. So two strings are given here with the values happiness and the string S2 is matters. String S1 equals to S2 dot substring. Substring, if only starting index number is given, then from that index number till last characters, all the characters are extracted. So the part of this will be, you can say, solve it like this, st2, that is matters dot substring 1. So starting from 1, that is atters, from starting from 1, all the characters dot replace, the same thing I am writing here again and then we will solve. Now from this string you have to replace all t with n. So S1 will be now ANNERS, right? Now the string S2, S2 will be ST1. ST1 is happiness, happiness dot concat of S1. S1 is this. Concat function joins two strings. It is used for merging, for joining two strings. So happiness and S1. The value of S1 is ANNERS. So you have to give the values of S1 and S2. So this is your answer. S1 is ANNERS and S2 is this string. The next question is, how many times the following loop will execute and what will be the value it return. Return function is there. Now first we'll do it and you can also do in your answer sheet. On the right side, draw a line and rough work you can do over there, and in the solution you can just write the number of times the loop will execute and the value it will return. So initially x is 2, y is 50, and till this condition is true, this will execute do while loop. Now in do while loop plus x, initial the value of x is 2, So the value of x for the first time will become 3 plus x, first it will be incremented. Then the value of y minus equals to x plus plus. So here it means y equals to y minus x, alright, and here it is post increment. So first the value which it is receiving will be used, and after calculation of y then the value of x will be changed. So y will be here 50 minus 3, that is 47, and once the value of y will be calculated, the value of x will be increased, it will become 4. So first time in first iteration, first the value of x is now 3, then it is calculated the value of y, it is 47, and then again the x is incremented first time. Now the value of x is 4, 4 is less than equals to 10, yes, condition is true, it will go into the loop, plus x, the value of x will be increased, it will become 5, y equals to y minus x, 47 minus 5, it will be 42, and then the value of x will be incremented by 1, that is 6. Then again condition is true, 6 is less than equals to 10, yes. So it will come here, the value of x will be incremented, y will be calculated, 42 minus 7 is 35, and then the value of x will be incremented, it will become 8. Now also condition is true, again it will come here, it will become 9, 35 minus 9 is 26, then the value of x will be incremented 10. 10 is less than equals to 10, yes, condition is true, again it will come into the loop, it will become 11, 26 minus 11 is 15, and the value of x will become 12. Now 12 is less than equals to 10, no. Now here the condition becomes false and it will come out of the loop. Now after it comes out of the loop, return y. What is the value of y? That is 15. So value returned is 15, and how many times the loop will be executed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of times loop is executed equals to 5. So this is how you will write the answer. The dry run you can do on the right side of the answer sheet. The next question is, state the data type and the value of ANS after the following is executed. Chars equals to M and ANS equals to character dot to uppercase. Character functions are used. To know about more character functions, please refer to the wrapper class videos. This is a function of the wrapper class character, right? So character dot to uppercase function converts the given character into uppercase. So here ANS will be M, right? Now you have to write the data type also of this. So the data type of this ANS variable is char. Again, please don't write character. Character is wrapper class. Data type is char. So the data type of ANS is char and the value of ANS is in uppercase M. The next question is to give the output and mention how many times the loop will be executed. Initially the value of x is 6, y is 4, this is the test condition and this is the update expression. X modulus y, mod symbol gives you the remainder. Initially x is 6 and y is 4, x mod 4 is equals to 2. So this condition is false. This statement will not be executed. It will come to closing braces. It will take you to the next iteration with the value incremented of x by 6. X was 6. Now it will become 12. So 12 mod y is still 4. 12 mod y is equals to 0. 12 modulus 4 is equals to 0. Yes, here the condition is true. So break statement will be executed. Break statement will take you out of the loop, and here you are printing the value of x, that is the value of x will be printed as 12. The final value when you came out of the loop is 12. And how many times the loop is executed? 2 times, 1 and 2. So you will write the answer like this. The loop will execute 2 times and output is 12. Like this you will write the answer. So today we have done many output based questions on different topics which are there in your syllabus. I hope these questions will be helpful to you. We'll be doing more output based questions. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please do so and press the bell icon so that you get notifications of all the videos and no important topic is missed by you. Keep practicing, keep studying, keep working hard. God bless you.